Vijaya Dashami wishes prayers to all great bhaktas, sadhakas, jignasus, mumukshus, and the shishyas of our Sanatana Dharma, Guru Parampara, and the Shastras. What a wonderful Bharata Mata we are in, Sanatana Dharma we are in, that every day is festival, and among them, such divine festivals of victory of the good over the evil, reminding us about the fact that finally truth alone, good alone, dharma alone triumphs, and for this to make happen, the Lord is there infinitely powerful, even though the opposite enemies of bad adharma are very powerful. Their power and they are finally defeated by the good and divine. Thank God that ultimately the goodness and divinity is powerful, that the life continues, that the goodness, righteousness continues, and thus the spirituality continues, and thus the evolution of jivas continue. So, for us to triumph ultimately, be on the path of good, path of Shreyas only. And for us to triumph ultimately, even though right now we may appear to be weak with all our goodness and the negative people are stronger, yet taking the examples of the stories of Vijayadashami, have full faith in the Lord, in His power and grace, and hold on to His feet with whatever possible upasanas and prayers. Either He Himself will empower us or He will Himself come and eliminate the stronger negatives and give us the victory. So, such festivals, such historical happenings are lessons both for the bad to become good, for the good to continue being good, and have faith in the divine grace. So, Mother bless all of us with the divine Adhyatmika values, Bhakti Sampada, Jnana Sampada. Being very clear about all these sadhanas through the study of Shastras, by her grace, doing the due sadhanas in her, may we all evolve in experiencing the Divine Mother, one without second, within ourselves and everywhere around. For you and I who are studying the Shastras, pursuing the path of truth or ultimate, every festival should be interpreted in this way alone. And every day should be, every moment should be festival, either in the form of preparation, festival in the form of performance, festival in the form of upasanas, or festival in the form of prayers and surrender. Finally, festival in the form of achievement. Even after achieving, the festivity continues because we become instrument in the hands of the Lord for the help and service of others in whose life the festivity has to come. Thus, human life with all faculties, abilities, graces, and blessings, if one can understand properly, tune properly, every moment can be a festivity and joy. Maybe that way Celebrate Vijaya Dashami every moment. Let the Dashami remove the Dasha Kanta Rakshasa and give us the Sat Dasha. Satgati. Not only to us, but the entire universe. O Jaganmata. Bless all of them. Give them that intellectual power. For that, please remove that very powerful curtain of Maya under whose influence jivas are not able to discriminate between good bad, between dharma dharma, between punya papa, between moksha and bandha. Remove that curtain, mother. Empower these buddhis with Shuddha Satoguna. Using it, may they discover correct thing and live life. Because, oh mother, your grace is required more than any period of history now. Because of these three reasons, every jiva is totally suffocated, suffering because of his own bhautikavada materialism. Every jiva is suffering, suffocating because of his own highest level of ego and arrogance. Every jiva is suffering and suffocated because of intolerance, enmity, angers, wrath, mutually against each other for whatever the reason. There should be no reason because of which there should be any vengeance, enmity, hatred. Adveshta sarvamutana. Ma vidvishavahi. So, mother, in that rage or wrath or arrogance or bhautikavada, becoming busy, the people are not even aware of you, your grace, your kindness, compassion. On behalf of the entire cosmos, globe, universe, universal beings, knowing all the tiny insignificance of our minds and abilities, powers, yet we are begging, asking, pleading, requesting you on behalf of all jivas. Please bless, remove the Maya curtain, give all the wisdom, and let them celebrate Dashara by discovering you everywhere in their hearts. Instead of hatred, let there be love and devotion. Instead of enmity, let there be friendliness, oneness. Instead of Bhautikavada, let there be Shuddha Atyatmika Anumoti. Instead of high level of arrogance, let there be simplicity, humbleness prevailing everywhere. O Mother, if you think it can happen, please think. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Lankayam Shankari Devi Kamakshi Kanchikapure Pradyumne Shrungala Devi Chamundi Kraunchapattane Alampure Jogulamba Shri Shaile Brahmarambika Kolhapure Mahalakshmi Mahurye Ekavirika Ujjainya Mahakali Pitikam Puruhutika Odyayam Girija Devi Manikya Dakshavatike Harikshetre Kamarupa Prayage Madhaveshwari Jwalayam Vaishnavi Devi Gaya Mangalya Gaurika Varanasyam Vishalakshi Kashmireshu Saraswati Ashtadasha Supithani Yoginamapi Durlabham सायंकाले पठेन्नित्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं सर्वरोगहरं दिव्यं सर्वसम्पत्करं शुभम् इति श्री अष्टादश शक्तिपीठस्तोत्रं सम्पूर्णम्. Friends, let us celebrate our Dasara every day as every day we do today too with the study of our Puranas, Itihasas, Shastras, and thus minimum, at least reminding ourselves of presence of the God, being in touch with Him. If possible, knowing the nature of God, presence of God, glory of the God, we may tune with Him with our Bhakti Sharanagati, expressed through variety of Bhakti sadhanas, upasanas, bhajanas, kirtanas, prarthanas. Our Dashara can be little higher, wherein we are deeply in contemplation of the nature of the divinity, the truth. Discover it as ourselves, the true Dasara. We are seeing Bhagavatam from last 1211 days. कल 12-12 हो जाएगा. Whole thing is over, 12 skandhas. But again, re-parayanam. We started from 6th skandha. 7th we started studying also because it is great Prahlada Charitra. Then the 8th has so many stories, therefore we continued not only Parayana study. 9th tempted us because of so many of the Rajarshis, etc., including Ramavatara, etc. When those are done, then the 10th skandha full of Bhagavan Krishna Kripa, we could not stop. Therefore, right from chapter 1 onwards, properly, thoroughly only we are doing the Adhyayanam. So that is why in you know 1111 days, exactly 100 days back, our 12th skandha is over. Total Bhagavatam, 100 days, 1111. 5 more days we spent for Skandha Purana Mahatmya. Still from last 95 days, 10th skandha, going on because of such a beautiful topics. Now we are left with only 2.5 chapters, almost 2 only. Today we'll conclude 88, 89 also, little bit we see. Then in the Adhyatma Ramayanam, it's going smoothly, slowly, but so many prakriyas of Vedanta Vicharana to discover the truth, which is there as theme in all Upanishads. Sri Rama Bhagavan is teaching through Lakshmana Swami to all of us as the Sri Rama Gita. So we are going through it. We are also having the Sahasranamavali Parayanams after successfully done 108 days of 108 Ashtottarams, before which around 500 of stotras also we chanted. In the Sahasranamavali also, Ganesha, Dattatreya, Durga were over. Now we are in Kamala. 500 names are over, 100 more today. And started because of Navaratras, Devi Stotras, and they're so beautiful. We just took up it that the whole text of Stotra Parayanam be thoroughly done. Who knows, once one of these texts are over, of those Devi Stotrams, every day one Stotra Adhyanam we may do in our class. देखो किताब मंगा के रखो 1774. Let us start. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahanam Bhunaktu Sahaviryamkaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sachidanandarupaya Vishwotpatyadihetave Tapatre Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayan Namaha. जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षि सूतमहामुनये शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादिऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादिऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादिनवग्रह देवताभ्यो दशदिक्पालेभ्यो दत्तात्रेय दक्षिणामूर्ते गिरिवादिगुरुभ्यो पराशक्तिमात्रे मातापितृदेवताभ्यो आद्यशङ्कराचार्यादिगुरुभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोध पुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्ति भक्त्यादि योगादि समस्त साधनानाम् अनुभूति सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत्परम्परायाः समस्त वेदान्त साधनानां योग साधनानां भक्ति साधनानां प्रक्रियाणां च पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण समस्त विश्वदिग्मंडल व्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता सामरस्यता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निश्चित अस्माकं सह समस्त भक्त साधक सेवकानां पूर्णायुरारोग्यैश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्य विजयादि प्राप्ति द्वारा समस्त शक्ति साधना संपदा सानुकूलता प्राप्ति द्वारा बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशम स्कंदस्य पारायणमध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओं श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराणं दशम स्कंदः निरोधस्यानुशयनमात्मनः सह शक्तिभिः अथ उत्तरार्धः अष्टाशीतितमोऽध्यायः। Shri Shuka Uvacha. So, yesterday we saw Lord Shiva having blessed VRUKASURA. He never imagined that that fellow will test Lord Shiva only. Then he wanted to put his hand on Lord Shiva. Bhagavan started saving himself, running to every loka, every sthala he went. Nowhere he was given any upaya to save himself. Finally, he was moving towards Bhagavan Narayana's Vishnu Loka. The glorious Vishnu Loka is described to us. Narayana now he took it upon himself. In that Vatuka Brahmachari Vesha he comes, then talks to this Vrukasura. And such a cute, sweet words he mesmerizes and deludes this Vrukasura. And what just happens after that is what we have to see. So let us do Parayana from 26वां श्लोक to 40वां. आज इतना ही करेंगे जितना टाइम लगेगा. Chant from 26वां श्लोक. ओम 25वां. अजानन्तः प्रतिविधिं तूष्णीमासन् सुरेश्वराः ततो वैकुण्ठमगमत् भास्वरं तमसः परं यत्र नारायणः साक्षात् न्यासिनां परमागतिः शान्तानां न्यस्तदण्डानां यतो नावर्तते गतः तं तथा व्यसनं दृष्ट्वा भगवान् वृजिनार्दनः दूरात् प्रत्युदीयात् भूत्वा वटुको योगमायया मेखलाजिनदण्डाक्षैः तेजसाग्निरिवज्ज्वलन् अभिवादयामास च तं कुशपाणिर्विनीतवत्. श्रीभगवानुवाच शाकुनेय भवान् व्यक्तं श्रान्तः किं दूरमागतः क्षणं विश्रम्यतां पुंसः आत्मायं सर्वकामधुक यदि नः श्रवणायालं युष्मद्व्यवसितं विभो भण्यतां प्रायशः पुंभिः धृतैः स्वार्थान् समीहते. श्रीशुक उवाच एवं भगवता पृष्टः वचसामृतवर्षिणा गतक्लमोऽब्रवीत् तस्मै यथा पूर्वमनुष्ठितं. श्रीभगवानुवाच एवं चेत् तर्हि तद्वाक्यं न वयं श्रद्धधीमहि यो दक्षशापातु पैशाच्यं प्राप्तः प्रेतपिशाचराट् यदि वस्तत्र विस्रम्भः दानवेन्द्रजगद्गुरौ तर्हि अङ्ग आशु स्वशिरसि हस्तं न्यस्य प्रतीयताम् यदि असत्यं वचः शम्भोः कथञ्चित् दानवर्षभ तदैनं जहि असद्वाचं न यद्वक्तानृतं पुनः इत्थं भगवतः चित्रैः वचोभिः ससुपेशलैः भिन्नधीर विस्मितः शीर्ष्णि स्वहस्तं कुमतिर्व्यधात् अथापतत् भिन्नशराः वज्राहत इव क्षणात् जयशब्दो नमः शब्दः साधुशब्दो भवत् दिवि मुमुचुः पुष्पवर्षाणि हते पापे वृकासुरे देवर्षि पितृगन्धर्वाः मोचितः सङ्कटात् शिवः मुक्तं गिरिशमभ्याः भगवान् पुरुषोत्तमः अहो देव महादेव पापोऽयं स्वेन पाप्मना हतः को नु महत्स्वीश जन्तुर्वै कृतकिल्बिषः क्षेमी स्यात् किमु विश्वेशे यः कृतागस्को जगद्गुरौ य एवमव्याकृतशक्त्युदन्वतः परस्य साक्षात् परमात्मनो हरेः गिरित्रमोक्षं कथयेत् शृणोति वा विमुच्यते संश्रुतिभिः तथा अरिभिः इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे उत्तरार्धे रुद्रमोक्षिणं नाम अष्टाशीतितमोऽध्यायः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, श्रीभागवत शरणं मम, श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्रीसूता शरणं मम, श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम, श्रीव्यासा शरणं मम, श्रीनारद शरणं मम, श्रीकुमार शरणं मम, श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम, श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम, श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम, श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ओं मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ते अम्रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चितकर्हिचिदों। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओं श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशमस्कन्ध उत्तरार्धः अष्टाशीतितमोऽध्यायः। Friends, as we are seeing all our shastras, every shloka, every topic contains wisdom of one or the other sort, helping the human minds to evolve. Somewhere the Tattvajnana is given, somewhere sadhana for Tattvajnana is given, somewhere the Lakshanas required qualification that is given. Sometimes Paramatma's the Maya Shakti Yukta Shaktis are defined. Sometimes is Srishti Sthitilaya are told, sometimes is Sthitikala Anugraha Shakti is told, sometimes Bhakta Lakshanas, Upasanas are told, and many a times values are told, many a times with what rules regulations the srushti is running, to which we have to abide so that we are safe, that is told. Sometimes punya karma, its phalas are told. Many a time the papa karma, iska dushphala kya hai, that is told to us. Many times our main goal is reminded, dharmas are reminded. Every of the topics have some or the other beautiful things to convey. In this way only, the human being from human to the divine, with all this knowledge, theoretical, practical, slowly evolves, should evolve. That is why Nirantara Shastra Shravana, if you take up, means every day, morning, evening, half an hour, 1 hour, we can't avoid getting matured in our understandings. In our living in life with proper attitudes, intentions, goals, and really how to face the world. Everything will be revealed to us. And the kindness of Shastras are they're tireless, they are not exhausted, fatigued. to teach those who approach those shastras all that wisdom repeatedly till it is caught by them. This is another kindness. And now in this Vrukasura Vrittanta also we are seeing. Straight away come to this point of Lord Shiva giving the moon. So that is what is his nature. Ashutosha hai. So he has given. Now as I told you, because this is Vishnu Purana, so Vishnu Mahima is told. So that even little doubts or traces that are there in us go away. We with full faith worship the Vishnu Bhagavan single pointedly. Okay. Now here you can see the cooperation of Lord Shiva in intensifying or in justifying or improving Bhagavan Vishnu's glory because of Vishnu Purana. That he can have that common sense. No, ये वाला वर इस गधे को देने से वो कुछ भी करेगा और मुझे भी करेगा उतना तो अवेयरनेस होएगा. Therefore accept devatas. You can experiment on anyone, he can say. Or if he is the giver of that moon, he can also neutralize it because he is Ishvara. है ना? Or what Lord Krishna or Vishnu has said done in नारायण लोका वैकुंठ लोक वाले विष्णु ने जो किया उतना तो अकल शिव जी को भी होगा. He also could have done the same नाटक done by Lord Vishnu. Is it not? इतने चीजें हैं. Then why did he भागो भागो भागो? Only to prove the Narayana Mahima. Only also to prove that because somebody has done tapasya, if you give them some wrong vara, it will be troublesome to you only. That's what I told you yesterday. When you pamper your children, they only sit on your head. The Americas, Pakistans, which have supported the terrorism, they are facing it now. The Gaza people gave shelter to the Hamas. Now totally they are destroyed. And whoever support the non-positivity, and they also have to go through the dukkha. This is what proved in the case of Shiva. Because किसी के सर पे हाथ लगाए वो अमृत हो जाए वो मुक्त हो जाए. When this vara also can be asked, instead of that if this fellow ask the negative one, you can understand the intention of that Rakshasa. Is it not? So that's a lesson from Lord Shiva. In the international forum, that is the glory of only Sanatana Dharma, Hinduism, you see. And whoever are in good terms with Sanatana Dharma, they're all safe. See now, from hundreds of years, these Islamic countries are together and supporting all nonsense of these some Islamic nations like the Pakistans, Irans, and Iraqs. Even at the cost of humanitarian grounds. Now, the Christian today's news latest 2 hours back. Now, this fellow, whoever is the one who has reached Israel, the France wala, he gave a call. Let all Christian nations come together and fight against the terrorism of the Islamist. This is what is written in the Bhavishya Purana. These two Dushta Durmarga, they fight with each other and perish. We are not hating anyone. We don't take, don't give any, biasness to anyone. We are full in our own self, सनातन धर्म. इसलिए ये इटरनली रहता है. बाकी सब इस तरह के दुष्टता के कारण एक दूसरे को नाश करते हैं. Next, this third world war is not economic world war. It cannot be the power world war. It will be a religious world war only. And because of those two. Already it started in a big way. And in all these Islamic nations, that that khundak jo कहते हैं हिंदी में, that anger is bubbling, but they don't have that much weaponry to face these Christian countries. Therefore, they are quiet. Now, next 20 years, they will gather all weapons. Then they do it. You are seeing in the world. It's not only because of religions in the nations of the world, economically also you see, business trading wise also see. Whichever the country is developing its economy and business, not at the cost of other nations, but helping other nations. Those nations, those companies within the nation, they prosper, they help, they don't become target of any opposition. But those who are selfish, greedy on any account, you know, then they instigate the same selfishness, greed in others. Then you cannot avoid mutual quarrel. All in all, what we have to say is the ego, the selfishness, and the materialism. This Vrukasura is very egoistic. That ego only he has proved by even cutting his own head to offer to the Lord. And selfishness he has proved by asking for that terrible boon. And he is very materialistic and cruel towards the whole world. Whichever these qualities are there at individual level, communal total level, it is destructive for the whole world. Then the divinity will have to take a action in one way or the other. Now, wonderful thing is, as Bhagavan Shivji has done this in Natak, Narayana Bhagavan also is doing a Natak. Narayana's Natak is to get work done. Work done now, good and dharma and truth to establish. Oneness to establish. Egolessness to establish. Adhyatmikata to get established. For achieving that, Narayana every time will not fight war. Every time he need not come as an avatara like Nrsimha and finish or Rama and finish. He has many other ways to achieve also. This is a typical example. He came, no, same thing he has done in suppressing the Bali also. है ना, वर्टक रूप में आना, बहुत हम्बल सिंपल रहना, रिक्वेस्टिंग मूड में रहना और मेस्मराइज करना उस दुष्ट राक्षस को, so that he gets deluded, trapped with his own boon and gets himself destroyed. That's what is the example of these two religions at the international level fighting. भगवान का माया ऐसा ही काम करता है. Very intelligent. Okay, now first thing in today's topic is the Vaikuntha Loka Varnanam. Okay, what was it? Narayana. Ki tato Vaikuntha Bhagavat Bhaswaram Tamasaha Param. No trace of ignorance or darkness. That Vaikuntha Loka is bright and brilliant, filled with Divya Tejas of all beings there. That Tejas is of the Divya Anumoti, Sadguna Anumoti, Bhakti Sharanagati Anumoti, Jnana Anumoti. Okay? Tamasa Param Bhaswaram. In that Vaikuntha, Yatra Narayana Sakshat. Where Narayana Sakshat is there, ruling that Vaikuntha Loka, taking care of all the Vaikuntha Vasins. Now the next 2-3 words are very important. What is that? This Narayana, see, Nyasinam Paramagatihi, then Shantanam Paramagatihi, Nyasthadandanam Paramagatihi. Means what? Those who become sannyasins, to him only, he is accepted by them as Paramagati, be attentive. Therefore, they do the nyasa. And because of them doing the nyasa, they get to that Paramagati. देखो मतलब क्या हुआ, परमात्मा को पाने का इच्छा होना चाहिए. मतलब परमात्मा is Paramagati thought. Then we must know that to achieve that, we have to be nyasin. Means nyasin. Give up everything. And we have to give up everything till what moment? Till the Paramagati is achieved of Paramatma Anumoti. Trickish thought it is, but very good, very interesting. Nyasinam Paramagati. In other words, those who are not sannyasi, those who are bhogi of the worldliness, they don't take Paramatma Narayana as Paramagati. For them, the worldly things only are Paramagati. So, वो लोग ये जन्म मरण चक्कर में घूमते रहते हैं through karma and karma bal. No, very deep these analysis and understandings are. Live a life of sannyasa for 20 years. Then, strictly with all rules. Then in your inner maturity, you will understand why Narayana alone has to be Paramagati. Then it clicks by His grace only how that Narayana Paramatati can be achieved by our sadhanas and more than that, His blessings. Sannyasinam Paramagati. So, if you take Lord as Paramagati, you have to be essentially, inevitably, a sannyasi only. If you are sannyasi in your heart, you can't have any goal other than Narayana as Paramagati. Second one is Shantanam Paramagati. And those who are Ashanta for any reasons, the Paramatma can never be achieved. Therefore, any reason which disturbs our mind's peace, whatever it is, it may be identification, upadhis, attachment with the things and beings around, all of that should be sacrificed for the most precious thing called as Shanti inside. Because in that Shanti of the Antakarana, deepest Shanti of Antakarana alone, Antakarana disappears, and that Paramatma who was playing the play with his Maya as Antakarana, and Antakarana के द्वारा वृत्तियों के द्वारा entire gross assault world के रूप में, that Narayana is revealed. Like we saw in Adhyat Brahman yesterday, Srila Bhagavan was saying, it is Antakarana Vritti only takes the shape of the whole world and playing the play of the world and worldliness. The pure Paramatma is only a Sakshi for all that. In this way, Shantanam Paramagati. Is it not? That means again, be Shanta. Then only you will recognize Paramatma as Paramagati. Because he is taken as Paramagati, maintain that Shanti till Paramatma is achieved. In life, other than Paramatma as the goal for that means of Shanti, anything else done is self delusion. Two things are done. Now, third one, too, Nyasthadandanam Paramagati. This is more difficult than the other two ones. That who has, for any reason, stopped doing dandana of any jiva, even a microbes also, even in dream. किसी को दंड पनिशमेंट देने का जो थॉट थोड़ा भी पकड़ा, he can never have Paramatma as the goal convinced and the means to adapt to reach that goal. Because in the whole world, when Paramatma alone is there, how can you have the thought of danda, punishment, revenge, anger, troubling others for whatever reason? That's why the ones who become bhaktas or know that through jnana, everything is Paramatma, they can't have even one thought of hating anyone or troubling anyone. But that fellow is troubling you, killing you. Arey, who is that fellow? There's nobody called that fellow. Paramatma alone is there. Whom is he killing? Is the Upadhis only. These Upadhis already I killed long back by detaching from them. They cannot kill my Atma. The Atma, if they kill themselves only. Also because they are also Atma. देखो कितना रिफाइनमेंट होता है अंतःकरण में जब कोई परमात्मा को परमागति मानता है ना. व्हाट इज परमागति? परमात्मा डिस्कवरिंग हिम अलोन एवरीवेयर. एक्सपीरियंशियली डिस्कवर करने से पहले थियोरिटिकली इट शुड बी एक्सेप्टेड दैट एवरीथिंग एवरीवेयर इट इज परमात्मा ओनली. That accepted theory is practiced. In what way? Nyasta Dandanam. In that sadhaka's hridaya, if Bhagavan doesn't prompt, that mosquito will not bite me. So many mosquitoes are there, इसने क्यों काटा मुझे, और इतने लोग हैं मेरे को ही क्यों काटा हो. He will neither see his body nor the fever coming to the body nor the mosquito or its bite. He sees Narayana. So too that bichu or सांप, इतने लोग हैं मेरे को ही क्यों काटा, परमात्मा का प्रेरणा नहीं है तो. So too, how many people are there to cheat? Why this fellow has cheated me? And why he only cheated me, not others? Narayana only is doing. Because of this only all our earlier sadhu santa, all the dushta rakshasas, how much ever pain they used to give they used to forbear and withstand to that. They had all tapashakti to curse back. But they have given up tapashakti and cursing ability because किसका करूँ तपस्या भाई कोई दिखता ही नहीं मुझे सिवाय भगवान का. No, who can lift his mind intellect to that level of understanding? कितने जन्म का हमको स्वास्थ्य शास्त्र अध्ययन करते हुए उपासना करते हुए अंतकरण को मेच्योर्ड शुद्ध बनाना है to grasp these subtle thoughts. By the way, like this in every of the topic, we imagine, we contemplate करेंगे ना, तो all these subtle understandings come to us. Anyway, but that itra narayana sakshat न्यासिन्याम परमागति शांतानाम परमागति न्यस्त दंडानाम परमागति, and the fourth one yatah navartate gataha, yatah gataha navartate. The one who has reached to the narayana अनुभूति, he can never come back. तो भगवान का तत्व ज्ञान पाने के बाद जीव भाव में नहीं आएगा, भगवान का परम भक्त होने के बाद संसारी नहीं बनेगा. दैट इज द ग्लोरी ऑफ दैट वैकुंठ लोक और भगवान से प्राप्ति. यद गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते is that loka. Toward that loka, finally, Shivji was going. No, doesn't he know that Narayana is so powerful to save him? And compared to all Indradi Devatas, Yama, Varuna, Narayana is always greater, no? He should have gone to him first. हम जस्ट फ्रॉम लॉर्ड शिवजी स्टैंड पॉइंट कुछ चीज़ें एनालाइज करके इस खेल में भगवान शिव जी का भी क्या कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन है. लाइक व्हेन द विलन इज गेटिंग बीटन बाय हीरो इन मूवी, we always see the hero is getting hitting him, but we don't understand that villain is also getting beaten. वो अगर वो नहीं करता है ऐसा कोई रोल, हीरो का अपन नहीं होगा ना. But very rare are the people we think like this, because there is more harm in thinking like this, because we lose sight of the wanting to become like hero, because the whole world is to make us hero. भगवान ने दुनिया को बनाया हमको विलन बनाने के लिए नहीं, हीरो बनाने के लिए. By the way, so why didn't he go to Narayana Bhagavan first only? So only to say that he went everywhere, nobody could save. Thus, the Narayana supremacy again is established. है कि नहीं? स्ट्रेट अवे नारायण के पास गए, मानो उन्होंने प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर दी, देन वी से अदर्स आल्सो कुड हैव सॉल्व्ड, बिकॉज ही डिड नॉट गो ना. पता कैसे? अभी हर जगह गए, हर सब लोगों ने हाथ खड़ा कर दी, ओनली नारायण डिड. नाउ all devatas come put together and do something to that भस्मासुरा वृकासुर ना. उसके हाथ जिस पे सर पे लगाएगा वो भस्म होएगा और मर जाएगा. दैट इज ओनली बोन गिवन. इट इज अ शक्ति इन द हैंड, नो, नॉट इन द बॉडी एंड ऑल. तो ऑल देवतास पुट टुगेदर उसके हाथ पैर बांध के उसके हाथ उसी के सर पे लगवा सकते हैं ना. व्हाई डिडंट दे डू दैट? दे आर आल्सो प्लान प्रोग्राम, उस प्लान में दे आर आल्सो रोल. That finally we have to establish the Narayana supremacy. And this is correct. You know, dekho, in this world, lot of advertisements are done for selling the products, commercial purpose to earn the money. In that now, sometimes product may be worst also. Still, people do lot of money spent for the publicity and sales, like in politics also. Useless worst parties, somehow they get to do publicity and come into power. That is also advertisement. Now here Narayana Mahima also is advertisement. The फर्क क्या है दोनों में? Two things फर्क. इसमें Narayana Mahima's advertisement done because it is truth. Truth also needs advertisement what to do. Second is what? In doing the advertisement publicity of Narayana, when we become Bhakta of Narayana, we become liberated. नारायण भगवान को कोई विशेष फायदा नहीं है. So that selflessness and the truth are there in him. Narayana is ultimate, it is true. And when we worship Narayana, he is not a shareholder of any of the things. वो हमारे कल्याण के लिए. Are you understanding that subtlety there? Like Hinduism, Sanatana. Why we have to do the publicity of Hinduism? Again, for the two reasons. One, it is the ultimate and greatest than any religion. No doubt. Every religion knows it. Second is what? We ask you to become Hindu. Not for Hinduism's glory. It is always glorious. You become liberated with all your jnana, bhakti, इत्यादि. So यहाँ हिंदुइज्म का पब्लिसिटी करना क्या है ना, there's no selfishness, there's no biasness. ट्रुथ का पब्लिसिटी. प्रॉब्लम क्या है? ट्रुथ का पब्लिसिटी नहीं करो तो अनट्रुथ का पब्लिसिटी होएगा. Then the people follow that. What? That is the meaning of Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is that world where the truth is not popularized. The Maya and Maya Kruta, all nonsense is made more famous and popular. Spirituality is zero, neglected zero. Materialism is scientific materialism are given such a importance. And the bestest and the worst of the example is our own Bharat Mata, India. In the whole world of 208 countries, India alone is the Desha with all Sanatana Dharma Shastras, Moksha Marga and all. In India also the government stupid is made as secular. Here also we can't talk about pure spirituality completely. Now see the Maya, see the power of the Kali Yuga. That India also will have to talk materialism, Bhautikavada and economy, science. सब माया ही है ना. But वही चलता है even now, even in Bharat Mata. In Bharat Mata itself, if moksha is not given first priority through Adhyatmikata and Shastra, which country in the world can do? You understand it? But even this thing, you can't talk loudly publicly. That much lowest level we have fallen in. Not doing publicity to spirituality, doing only to the materialism. हश हश साइलेंस में होता है spiritual works. Materialistic भौतिक विषयास become so prominently. 6 चैनल रहते हैं स्पिरिचुअलिटी का, 600 चैनल रहते हैं मेटेरियलिज्म का. 5 या 3 प्रोग्राम दशहरा का या ड्यूरिंग फेस्टिवल मीडिया वाले टीवी में बताएंगे. 99% all the other either bhoga or yuddha, all that only they show. I am talking all this to explain that even if the truth is not publicized, if it is not made prompt, nobody will follow, nobody knows its greatness. It will be our like our classes only. Such beautiful shastras every day we are talking. Not one or two, 6 classes per day from last 800 days we are doing. Total 6,000 and above classes are over. 800 days without break, 6 classes per day. 4,800 class. Only 2 days last week we gave break because of the health disturbance. Otherwise, morning evening classes to lagatar chale. Now we studied Shastra, we were genuine. We may not be up to the highest level and mark because of our means my own insufficiencies or incompletenesses in knowledge. The same time, शास्त्र ही तो हमने अध्ययन किया पढ़ा है ना. 18,000 का भागवत हम 2 बार किए तेलुगु में, इंग्लिश में. 24,000 का पूरा वाल्मीकि रामायण किया. अध्यात्म रामायण reading from 500 days. Hundreds of stotras we have done, prakarana granthas we have done. From last 1300 days, every day Upanishad we are studying. But where is publicity? If we don't do, then people won't come to know. It goes on. So that's how. And our people like me क्या है, हमारे स्वयं के साधना के लिए, ऋषि ऋण चुकाने के लिए और उस आध्यात्मिकता का ज्योति जगा के रखने के लिए, without concern or worried about anything, we keep on doing the work with the faith in Paramatma. Paramatma also knows that the Samashti Jagat has the Bhautikavada, and even in spirituality, the Bhautika Sampada Prapti only as the goal in this Kali Yuga, this period. Bhagavan also will not project or promote the truth or reality purely that much, but he will allow for it to sustain. Is it not? Oh, इस जीवों का हृदय ऐसा है अभी. किसको चाहिए नहीं भाई शुद्ध तत्व वेदांत शास्त्र. उनको भक्ति चाहिए जिससे भगवान पैसे देंगे, पावर देंगे. That is why in some states the Christian chief ministers also worship the Hindu gods and the Hindu gods bless them. and make them chief ministers. Very funny. And Hindu ministers, MLAs, they destroy all temples only. So therefore, they lose all the powers and they go to jail and all. Very funny. You can see all that. By the way, so here Narayana kahi, yeah, Bhagwan Shiva kaho, all the devatas also putting him on the higher pedestal. For what? For those who are Narayana Bhaktas to become single pointedly Narayana Bhakta without any doubt. That problem which Shivaji could not solve, other devatas could not, only Narayana could. And in that Narayana also, every time he doesn't do the yuddha, intelligently also. And intelligence while doing it, he is very simple, very humble. काम करवाना इम्पॉर्टेंट है, सच्चाई का जीत होना है, अच्छाई का रक्षा होना है. फॉर दैट नारायण शोज दैट बिकम बटुक ब्रह्मचारी, डू सैल्यूटेशंस इवन टू द दुष्ट राक्षस है, उसमें भी वही अकल है. अगर भगवान नारायण वहां जाके अकड़ेंगे तो वो कहेगा वृकासुर चल शिव जी को छोड़ दिया हूँ, आपके सर पे हाथ लगाता हूँ. वेयर विल नारायण रन? Therefore, Narayana is very cute. First, he came as Brahmachari Vatuka. Then, that even though he is a Rakshasa, seeing as a cute fellow in Brahmana Vesha, he will not become so cruel. And he spoke such a nectarine words of fully convincing that Rakshasa. And in that, he has used his higher Maya power, then that Rakshasa's power of arrogance of getting that boon. All that subtle things worked. So, in this way, after Vaikuntha Loka's Varnana, we have seen in the story aspect, tam tatha vyasanam drishtatha vyasanam drishtva. Seeing Shivaji in such a terrible problem, Bhagavan Vrujinardhanaha, see, the Lord who by all means destroys the Vrujina, the samsara or the difficulties of all his bhaktas, durat pratyudiyat, from the distance only started going towards and facing. He became what? For that Bhutva Vatukaha Yoga Mayaya. He became the Brahmachari Vatuka. To whom he went? I met or said to Shivji, बताया कि वहां जाके बैठो मैं काम करके आता हूँ. All that is not written. Straight away he goes to Vrukasura. And how he was? Mekhala Ajina Danda Akshayihi. All that Brahmachari attire he has got. Deepta Tejasa Agni Rivajwalan. है ना, विथ अग्नि के समान, विथ ऑल द तेजस ही वास. अब ये भी क्यों? देखो, ब्रह्मचारी के रूप में आने से द रेस्पेक्ट डिवोशन बढ़ेगा. देन बालक के रूप में जाने से करुणा दया आएगा फॉर द राक्षसा. एंड तेजसा अग्निरिव प्रज्वलन, देयरफॉर डर भी रहेगा. So he will not take any risky wrong decision that Vrukasura. इसलिए भगवान has become brahmachari with all the attire, small child, so to tejasa agnirivajjala. Then abhivadayamasa tam. He started doing abhivadana too. That Vrukasura kushapanihi, with the kusha in the hands, vinitavat, with all the humbleness, genuinely from the heart. Now, when anybody that way does humbly salutations to us, don't we become calm, quiet in our mind? We become. Then Bhagavan started addressing him. All Rakshasas are identified with a Deha Adi. They all want Deha Bhoga. Therefore, that arrow Bhagavan has shot. Word arrow, arrow of the Shabda. He said what? Shakuneya, oh Shakuni Putra, Vyaktam. It's so clearly seen. Ki Bhavan Shrantaha. यू आर सो एग्जॉस्टेड एंड टायर्ड. तो पूरा तीनों लोग को शिव जी के पीछे घूम रहे थे, दौड़ रहे थे. तो यू आर सो टायर्ड, किम दूरम आगता है ना, फ्रॉम लॉन्ग डिस्टेंसेस इट सीम्स यू आर ट्रैवलिंग ट्रैवलिंग ट्रैवलिंग. सो क्षणम विश्रम्यताम, तो टेक सम विश्राम, टोटली टेक रेस्ट फॉर ए व्हाइल. पुंसा अयम आत्मा सर्व काम दुख. अब देखो what Bhagavan used words are the highest truth. And he spoke the words in this context from the lowest standpoint. Is it not? This sentence, I am Atma Pumsaha Sarvakama Duk, means what? This is self for the beings, human, for all the beings, Sarvakama Duk. is a fulfiller of all the desires like Kamadhenu. This you have studied in Taittiriya Upanishad, that when that Brahman, the Atman is discovered, all the Kamanas are fulfilled at one go. ब्रह्मविदाप्नोति परम तदेशाभ्युक्ता सत्यम ज्ञानमनंतम ब्रह्म यो वेद निहितम गुहायां परमे व्योमन. When you discover what is the result, सर्वान् कामान सह ब्रह्मणा विपश्चिता इति. So I am Atma Pumsa Sarva Kamadhu. This sentence, when spoken to a Jignasu of Brahma Jnana, and when it is spoken to the Shakuneya, Shakuniputra Vrukasura, sentence is same, meaning is different. So for the sake of Vrukasura, the Atma is Sharira only. And Sarva Kamana is all the bhogas. So if you are tired, fatigued, exhausted at your body level, what type of Sukha Bhoga you will have, Batao? And it is pakka correct only because for Vrukasura, body alone is Atma. And that Indra Virochana story in that Upanishad and all the Rakshasas consider Sharira only as Atma. Their Sharirika Sukhas only they want. Now, when this word is said, it is really hitting the heart of Vrukasura, but the definition of Atma for him is Sharira only, not the pure self. I am Atma Pumsa Sarva Kama Dukh is correct sentence with different standpoint to a Jignasu Mumukshu and to a Rakshasa of this Vrukasura type. Okay, so Kshanam Vishramatam Pumsa Atmayam Sarva Kama Dukhu. So from this lesson for you and I is what? The Sharira only, the one as human, is helpful for doing the Tattva Jignasa and to know the truth. Therefore, don't get tired and exhausted with this body in the worldly bhoga, like Vrukasura. That can be a lesson for us. So let the body be not tired, fatigued, exhausted in the bhoga. That it is not helping us for the yoga. This is what is said by Nachiketa. When Yamaraj gave all the bhoga, what did Nachiketa say? Shvaha abhava ham artyasya. Tomorrow ये सारे भोग रहते नहीं है. ये antaka yat. Second thing is what? If I indulge in the bhoga given by you, sarvendriyanam jarayanti tejaha. That will destroy the tejas of all the indriyas. The indriyas means antakarana, jnanendriya, karmendriya, prana shakti. So to the body's energy, everyone's tejas means energy, the power are destroyed only by this bhoga, after which even to have further bhoga I will not have energy. What to talk about Paramatma? Sadhana. How careful and intelligent was Nachiketas. Same in Gita said, Indriyanam hi charatam yan manahanuvidiyate. Grazing senses, whichever the mind is following it, any individual's mind. तद that grazing इंद्रियों को के पीछे जाने वाला मन के कारण तद अस्य हरति प्रज्ञा. Of that human being, the prajna is destroyed by this activity of the mind running behind the sense organs which are running into the objects of the world. Example of the rudderless ship tossed up and down in the ocean only to submerge in that. Vayur navam iva ambasi or ambasaha. Is it not? Charadam indriyanam yanmana vidiyate tadasya harati prajnam. And tomorrow in our yoga darshanam, that for a yogi who has achieved this viveka khyati, the prajna which gives him atmanamoti is of seven types that we are studying. Again the prajna shabda. And in the Upanishad Aitariya, what we study, the Mahavakya also in that is the prajna only. Prajnanam Brahma. So in all these places it is said. So for us, the lesson from this Vrukasura Charitra is the Stula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira should be protected from too much indulgences so that their help is taken to the extent they can help us in the path of spirituality. Punsahasya ayam Atma Sarva Kama Dukhu. Here Atma means Atma means Karana Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Stula Sharira. So, matlab kya hua? When you are true, genuine, no, in spiritual seeking through Shastra Adhyanam, from the Shastras, all these deeper, subtler, useful meanings are revealed to us. Having said so, then what happened uske baad कि how much humble see that Narayan Bhagwan यदि नः श्रवणाय alam युष्मद् व्यवसितम् प्रभो he says or Vibho, oh Vibho, oh great Lord, राक्षस को कह रहे भगवान and naturally because he got that Varana who is a Vibhu only. So if you think that I deserve to listen from you, that what thing you are so busily engaged in because of you are sweating, running, panting, and getting so much tired on your body or face, then Bhanyatam, you tell. प्रायशः पुंभिः धृत्यैः स्व अर्थान् समीहते धृत्यैः पुंभिः प्रायशः स्वार्थान् समीहते धृत्यैः पुंभिः means the people on whom we have friendship and trust and faith we get our work done by discussing with them. And ये दिमाग में सबका चलता है हमेशा कोई भी काम करना है first thing comes is what need help I need from for this work to accomplish and who can help me. In that list of 10 people, we just quickly sort out these 2 3 are more helpful, less demanding, or less asking the reciprocation. So let me go and take their help. हम सोचते हैं कि नहीं है कि नहीं तो यहाँ भगवान एश्योरेंस नहीं दे रहे कि मैं आपको हेल्प करता हूँ is it not he will not take any risk in life never take the risk of assuring the help to others etc be naturally a person of help. Sometimes that help is not sufficiently helpful to the other fellow. Many a time they don't take help only. And that thing is what? Who are we? अपने औकात क्या है किसी को हेल्प करने का नारायण भगवान चाहे तो किसी से भी कराते हैं. Therefore, minding your own spiritual goal and spiritual experience, only we have to live. We ourselves like a small microbe. What help we can do to any world? भगवान चाहते हैं तो हमारा कुछ कराएंगे हम उनको कोई ईगो नहीं होना चाहिए तो नारायण भगवान shows that generally people take the help of those on whom they have faith to get their work accomplished. So if you think that I may be helpful to you and if you feel like you may tell me what for you are running. So भगवान कितना अपने आप को बचा रहे हैं देखो लाइफ में ना हमको खुद को बचाना आना चाहिए from our ego, from our overconfidences, from our wrong company, wrong goal taken up, wrong paths walking. Every moment we are the biggest enemy to ourselves because we exactly do what should not be done and we never do what is to be done. And all this nonsense we do of sin of omission and commission and we blame the world. अब देखो इससे ताज्जुब बात और नहीं है. That's why all the wise rishi munis and the devatas they don't have TV or any cell phone for entertainments. They only look at us and they laugh like anything only. आज इसका बेवकूफ़ी देखते हैं. How he deceives and cheats and destroys himself and blames others. Common disease to all, but way of expression is different. Like in all cinemas, the story nonsense is same, but the way of putting is different. But every movie gives entertainment. So to in all the stupid, ignorant jivas, the common nonsense is this. They do the mevakufi and they blame the world. And the devatas watch from there and load boat होकर हंसते रहते. We have to protect ourselves in our life. First priority. So he very humbly said, he never took any initiative, risk or anything kuch. But then he was not aloof also. He had to help Lord Shiva, he had to help other devatas. He'll have to teach the lesson to this Vrukasura. उसको तो lesson क्या है वो तो मर ही जाएगा. But any other people that should not ask the wrong boon. He should take to do the some solution because he's a ईश्वर, he's a नारायण है. वो भी फिर वो गिनती करते मतलब कैलकुलेट करते हुए ओनली ही टुक दैट इनिशिएटिव. So means what if you study such text like Bhagavata in this angle, common sense के लिए भी कितने चीजें हमको सीखने को मिलते हैं along with the devotion to Lord knowing His great powers etc. Then this Rakshasa was really mesmerized by first the presence, second that cuteness, third all the brahmachari dress in him, fourth one is his tejas, fifth one is the humbleness, sixth one is in the sweetness of his words, and finally his readiness to help but without any ego or any show offness. ही वाज रियली, इतने आरो लग गए उस राक्षस को, वो तो पिघल ही गया वो बेचारा। देन श्री शुकोवाच एवं भगवता पृष्टः, when in this way he was asked by the Lord, how Bhagavan asked Amrita Varshina, Bhagavan was showering Amrita Varsha only through his words. So first thing what happened to that Rakshas was Gataklamaha. देखो ये बढ़िया बात, why Hindus are at ease with anyone, because we don't want to destroy others. Why the other religion always tension, worry, किसको convert करो, किसको मारो, because they are always wanting to harm others. तो जो दूसरों को दुखी करते हैं ना वो टेंशन में रहते, जो किसी को दुखी नहीं करता उसको शांति है. So the Lord Narayana has nothing to harm anyone. Therefore he is always cool. But this Rakshas ने ऐसे वर मांगा ही सबका तबाह करने. Therefore he was so much in tension. More than his running behind Shiva, the reason for his tiredness is tension. When Lord spoke such a sweet words, Gata Klamaha, his worries, anxieties, tensions, tirednesses, whatever were there in that Rakshasa, all of them have gone away. देखो भगवान ने अपने अमृतवाणी से उनका क्लम दूर कर दिया. अब देखो वन ऑफ द रीजंस फॉर हिम चेजिंग लॉर्ड शिवा इज नॉट ओनली टू टेस्ट द boon, but also this Shivji, if he gives me the boon, he can give it to anyone. Is it not? If America can give weapons to Pakistan, tomorrow they can give to Israel, everybody they'll give. Is it not? वो काम ही वही करते रहते. क्या करे फिर शिव जी को भस्म कर दो, so that he cannot give boon to anyone. In that tension he might be there. Now another aspect, when his klama has gone away, he became wise. What is the wisdom? He has surrendered to the Lord without knowing he is God. Now the result out of it is he got bhasma. It's a simple story. लेकिन उससे फायदा ही हो गया ना, that without using his power on anyone and invoking lot of papa, he himself immolated himself. So that is Narayana's blessing only on him. नहीं तो मानो 20-40 लोगों को उन्होंने सर पे हाथ लगा के मारा. So that पाप will be accounted, no? Will be yeah, accounted. It will have its own result. तो बचाया भगवान ने उसको उस तरह से, लोक को भी बचाया, वर्ल्ड को, शिव जी को भी बचाए एंड उसको भी बचाया. बिकॉज ही पेड हीड टू भगवान वर्ड्स, ही एंड वो भी भगवान की माया था कि इतना प्यार से बात किया कि गतक्लम हो गया उनको. देन अब्रवीत तस्मै यथा पूर्व अवस्थित. देन वॉट एवर ही हैज डन, सो अनुष्ठितम, या अनुष्ठित जो भी किया अब तक, ही स्पोक राइट फ्रॉम he being son of Shakuni, that anyway Lord knows how Naraji met and asked who is the great Devata. He said worship Shiva and I did 7 days. I was cutting my head, Bhagwan Shiva came. He lifted with my hands and I became healthy and he was so happy. He said पानी भी दो, मैं खुश होता हूँ कि अपने आप को ऐसा करो, बताओ क्या चाहिए. मैंने मांगा ये वाला वर, but I had my own doubt whether the var is true or not. Let me test on him and he is not available. Without Remo. So simply, honestly, he said. Up now you see Bhagavan Narayana's game of how he speaks to this VRUKASURA and makes him finish himself. Let us see that Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Evam chet, if this is the whole story, tarhi, in that case, tadvakyam navayam shraddha dhimahi. I to never trust the words of Lord Shiva at all. न श्रद्धा दी में हम तो मानेंगे ही नहीं उनको. That he has got a power and he has blessed you with that boon. मैं भी नहीं मानता. अब देखो भाई, saying मैं भी नहीं मानता. Anyway, this Bhasmasura or this Vrukasura also was in doubt about Shivji. When Narayana also said that is in doubt. दोनों डाउट करने वाले दोस्त हो जाते हैं कि नहीं. The common enemy का दोस्ती हो जाती है. All the unproductive alliance now, the indie वाले सारे इकट्ठा होते हैं देश को खराब करने के लिए. When one is a common enemy, then the others become friendly, ना. In the same way, उनको अच्छा लगा ये बात. अच्छा आप भी नहीं मानते शिव जी का? नहीं मानता मैं. Why? Ki what anugraha he can give Lord Shiva, where he himself is cursed only. By whom? None but his own son-in-law. भगवान दक्ष दक्ष प्रजापति दक्ष की पुत्री है दाक्षायणी, that Sati, who is married to Lord Shiva and is angry for some reason and other, he has cursed Shiva only, no? So he says that यह दक्ष शापात, दक्ष के शाप के कारण पैशाच्यम प्राप्त, he has got pishacha rupa and expressions, preta pishacha rat, and he is a ruler or the leader of all the preta and pishacha only. मीन्स तुमसे भी लोअर, ये तो कम से कम राक्षस है, ये प्रेत पिशाच सो उससे नीचे है. एंड ही हिमसेल्फ गॉट दिस शाप. अब प्रेत पिशाच मतलब क्या है कि वो महायोगी थोड़ी है, उनके पास शक्तियां होने के लिए. Therefore, he himself is cursed. Whatever he may have said, tathastu. ये तो उनका पागलपन ही होगा. I too don't believe in the words of Shiva that he blessed you, tathastu, and thus you got the power in your hand that anybody's head you put, they will die. मैं तो नहीं मानता. श्री भगवान का चालाकपन. नारायणा. Then he says, मैं तो नहीं बिलीव, मेरे तो हो गया. I have no doubt that I have full doubt on him. He cannot have that power. Now see how he is putting the ball in the court of that VRUKASURA. He is not deciding. He says, यदि वह विश्रम्भः, यदि वह तत्र विश्रम्भः, तत्र means in that case of Shivaji's power, यदि वह to you विश्रम्भः, विश्रम्भ is faith. अगर तुमको faith है उनके वाणी में, उनके श्रद्धा में, हे दानवेंद्र, वो दानवों का इंद्र, वो दानवेंद्र बना दिया भगवान ने बातों बातें में उनको. जगत गुरु, इन दैट जगत गुरु लॉर्ड शिवा, जगत गुरु बोल भी रहा है, बिकॉज यू हैव टू रेस्पेक्ट हिम एज जगत गुरु हार्ट इन हार्ट, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ शिवजी ओनली लॉर्ड विष्णु हैज बिकम टॉप इन दिस स्टोरी. नहीं तो शिवजी सब निपट सकते थे. सो इन दैट जगत गुरु मुझे तो डाउट है, इफ यू हैव फेथ एट ऑल, आई डोंट नो, इट इज इन योर हैंड्स. अगर तुमको भरोसा है उनके बातों में, एक काम करो. इसे तरही, in that case, hey Anga, Anga means dear Vrukasura, Ashu, instantaneously, Swashirasi Hastam Nyasya. You put your hand on your own head. Now देख रहे हो ना, पिछले 50-60 ईयर से ये जो पार्टी था अपने हस्त का सिंबल से पूरे देश के ऊपर लगा के भस्मासुर की तरह, नेवर अलाउड द कंट्री टू ग्रो इन एनी फॉर्म. भस्मासुर हस्त. लकीली कमल आ गया, खिल रहा है देश. देखो क्या हो रहा है पूरे देश में, समझ कर वोट डालना. इफ यू टेक रॉन्ग डिसीजन ऑफ सेलेक्टिंग एनी दुष्टा, देन फिर डिकेड्स पछताना पड़ेगा. मर्जी तुम्हारी, बता दिया हमने बस, है ना. भस्मासुर हस्त ही था वो. Is it not? How you just go back and see last 50-60 years. In how many ways, how many thousands of ghotalas, how much of crime or criminality on Sanatana Dharma and the entire country, the humanity. भस्मासुर का ही हस्त है वो. तो खिलने वाला कमल को इलेक्ट करोगे या भस्मासुर हस्त को, तुम्हारी मर्जी है. See, we have to stand for the reality and truth. है कि नहीं? We have to stand for good things, better things. Honestly, who doesn't know? Every non-ruling government, everybody knows what is done by government is good. They themselves know, but they can't talk. सब राक्षसों को पता है ऋषि मुनि देवता लोग अच्छा ही काम करते हैं, बट वो राक्षस है इसलिए दे डोंट एक्सेप्ट. सो भगवान पुट्स द बॉल इन हिज कोर्ट कि तुमको श्रद्धा है उनके बातों में, देन यू डू वन थिंग इमीडिएटली, यू पुट योर हैंड ऑन योर ओन हेड. स्वशिरसि हस्तम न्यस्य प्रतीयताम. प्रतीयता मतलब तुम परीक्षा करके देखो. देन व्हाट, कि यदि असत्यम वचः शंभो हो, if Lord Shiva's words are wrong, है ना, then he has cheated you, that you have done so much tapasya for him. तो if it is proved wrong, मतलब तुम जिंदा है तो इसका अर्थ That word goes without saying in brackets. Yadi asatyam vachah shambho, then Dhanavarshava, or the best among our Rakshasas, kathanchit, somehow. What to do? Tada enam jahi, go and kill this Lord Shiva by any and every and all means. So that asadvacham na yad vakta anrutam punaha. He will not speak asat and anrutavani again. You finish him only. Naturally, finish karne ke baad, how can he talk ill or anrutam? Or learning from him, nobody will do the wrong blessings or anruta blessings. You can teach the lesson to Shiva if he is found to be wrong, but for that, test his boon given. How? Put your hand on your own head. इन द अदर स्टोरी द मोहिनी भस्मासुर अवतार में वहां भगवान मोहिनी के रूप लेकर है ना, he makes the Bhasmasura dance, finally Lord puts his hand on his own head, बेचारा भस्मासुर अपने सर पे लगाता है, भस्म हो गया. So these भस्मासुरास वृकासुरास बार बार आते हैं वो लोग. एक युग में भस्मासुर इस वृकासुर की तरह आया होगा. और देयर कैन बी सच पीपल, है ना, एक ही बंदा होना जरूरी नहीं है ना सबको डिस्ट्रॉय करने के लिए. देयर कैन बी सो मेनी पार्टीज. इन द सेम वे, सो भगवान ने इनको कहा ट्राई कर लो. नो देखो, ही वाज सच ए फूलिश फेलो. दिस इज गॉड पावर ऑफ माया. इसमें ही बहुत सारे चीज सीखने के कि अनलेस यू बिकम डिवोटी, till you become devotee, and you become devotee only for devotion and reality, Bhagavan plays such maya that we become our own destroyers. Such a truth, no, such a fact revealed now through this story. भगवान ऐसा माया करते हैं हम खुद ही अपने आप को तबाह करते. If you are not devotee, if you are not devotee for the pure devotion and realization or jnana. Otherwise, other way to say, when you are bhautikava, then Bhagavan sees to it that through our own bhautikavada, we only destroy ourselves. It becomes an example and proof to everyone else. देखो इसने अपने भौतिकवाद से अपने आप को नाश किया. Just like the positive example of Bhakta saints, देखो, because of bhakti and jnana, these people became liberated as well as they became servants of the world. The other fellow, they destroyed themselves, and as long as they were there, they destroyed others also. Examples. No, उसने मान लिया. Itham in this way. Itam Bhagavataha of Lord Chitrair Vachobihi, with all the Chitra Vichitravani Supeshalaihi, which were so sweet, so cute, so natural, so nectarine, so much of truth, honesty, everything is there in it. Selflessness. With these words heard, भिन्नधीहि, उसका दिमाग ना भेद हो गया. He just for a fraction of moment lost sight of thinking at all. एक मिनट के लिए भिन्न धीर विस्मितः, अग्रिंग टू लॉर्ड्स वर्ड्स, हाँ या ठीक है मैं टेस्ट करता हूं करके शीर्षनी अपने सब खुद के हेड पर स्वहस्तम, his own hand, that kumati ही, because he has a kumati there, asking that boon itself proves kumati, and he is trying to prove that boon on Lord Shiva only, the double kumati. So that kumati ko kya dimag वहां काम नहीं किया. Really, as told by Narayana in Vatagrupa, he has put his hand on his own head. भिन्नति विस्मितः शीर्ष्णि सहस्तं, that kumati vyadhatu. ना देखो उसकी बेवकूफ़ी भी दे देना कि जब मांगता है वर, वह किसी के सर पे हाथ लगाता हूँ तो वो बनना चाहिए एक्सेप्ट मी, एक पूछना चाहिए ना, एक्सेप्ट मी, ऐसा एक्सेप्शन तो मांगना चाहिए. इन सम ऑफ द स्टोरी, विच स्टोरी आई डोंट रिमेंबर, दैट दिस फेलो सेम boon he asked, that put the hand on head of anyone, that fellow should die. With all that Avasya, when he went home, his daughter with so much love came to the father. Because so many days she was missing. She just came hugging Papa, Papa. This fellow put the hand out of love on her head. She died. you know, there is a story, I don't know which Chandamama I read 40, 50 years back. इसका अर्थ क्या हुआ? If you want to destroy others, you get destroyed. That's it. It can be a religion, it can be a human, any materialistic, business वाला, कोई भी हो. In any field, even little himsa or nasha of others, we think first we get destroyed because the thought itself is destructive to prove that we are made to destroy. So he has put his hand on his own head. Then Atha immediately apatatu, he fell down. Bhinna shiraha, head totally broken into pieces. Vajrahata iva, like the Vajra of the Indra, if it hits, how the head gets broken. In that way, Kshanat, in a moment's time, his head got broken and then he fell down and died. देखो भगवान शिव जी का भी वहाँ अकल देखो. तो व्हेन ही आस्क्ड, किसी के सर पर मैं लगाऊं हाथ, ये उसका मरना चाहिए. शिव जी तुरंत से तथास्तु हो गया, नॉट गिविंग एनी इफ्स एंड बट्स टू दैट राक्षस आल्सो. उससे उनको भी नुकसान हुआ शिव जी को कि ही चेज्ड शिवा ओनली, बट फायदा भी हो गया कि दैट राक्षस वाज नॉट गिवन ए टाइम कि एक्सेप्ट मी, एक्सेप्ट माय फैमिली, एक्सेप्ट हूम आई लव, है ना, और अनइंटेंशनली और इंटेंशनली. ये सारा सी इतने होते हैं, लाइक इन एनी इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल लॉ रूल, the rule appears to be one, but it has got 100 loopholes and bylanes. That's why you see that fellow in the Noida, 22 people he killed, yet he is released. I was too wondering only, stuck with wonderment. So many people he killed, he is released. Thank God those residents are now filing case in the Supreme Court. नहीं तो फिर लोगों को मैसेज, वो रॉन्ग मैसेज जाएगा ना कि तुम इतने लोगों को इतने क्रूयली मार कर भी, छोटे छोटे बच्चों को, बिकॉज ऑफ द लॉ में जो लूप है, यू कैन कम आउट. आई वाज सो सरप्राइज हाउ दैट वेडिक्ट इज गिवन ऑफ रिलीज. मेरे को नहीं पता लॉ क्या है. विचित्रम. हाउ मेनी लूप होल्स. इट लुक्स टू बी सिंपल बट देयर आर 1000 थिंग्स इन इट. सो ही आस्क्ड, किसी के सर पे हाथ लगाओ तो मर जाए, तो अपने सर पे लगाया. Bhagavan played Maya. So इसमें what we have to learn is arrogance, bhautikavada, extrovertedness, wanting the power, wanting to destroy others. These are all Rakshasa gunas. With that, that person only gets destroyed. And see that attempt of him. That's why I'm telling you in these stories, if you pause from every topic, every shloka, so many things you can learn. That's what Lord, our Shukdev ji told to Parikshit ji also, कि वो लोग अपने इस पावर से मत परमत होकर जिसने वर दिया उसी को वो लोग तंग करते हैं. For that thought only, as a proof, he took out this Shiva and Vrukasura story. Lord Shiva only worshipped. He worshipped Shivji ko he. And for the sake of pleasing him, he was offering the parts of his own body. Now his own head also he was ready to give. Once he got the boon, he was testing that on Shiva only. Whether you say out of doubt kaho, out of wanting to be supreme, कुछ भी कहो, but जिसने वर दिया उसी को. That's what the materialism भौतिकवाद does. जिस परमात्मा के रहने से, कृपा से ये भौतिकवाद को जान मिलता है, वो भौतिकवाद पहले सबसे उस परमात्मा को ही आगे बढ़ने नहीं था. मतलब it doesn't allow the divinity to express. Then divinity has to work in another way to destroy this materialism. Shiva and Vishnu are not two. Out of Karuna, Lord Shiva gave Anugraha, thinking that he will put a hand only on the Dushta people, etc. But वो तो शिव जी के ही सर पे लगा रहे, तो उसको पता चल गया तुरंत, he will use it for wrong way. Therefore he went to Vishnu. Vishnu Bhagavan saw to it that before he has put his hand on anybody's head, he put on his head only. And this is also Anugraha. Like you have thought of destroying anyone. Before destroying any first person, if I myself am destroyed, that is Bhagavan's Anugraha on me. Because if I destroy 6, 7, 10 people, that Papa will chase me, na? Bhagavan ka ye bhi kripa hai. So many things that way you can search out. Then when in that way, by putting hand on his own head, he got destroyed. Then the devatas all showered the flowers and all. Bhagavan Krishna Narayana says to Shivji, he killed by his own wrong deed. How can anybody think about the harm of anyone? And that too you, the Lord Shiva, the Jagat Guru. Amo. इसलिए वो खत्म हो गया. Then this story, whoever studies, the Falashruti is beautifully given. Vimuchatem samsrutibihi and aribihi. From all the samsara and from all the enemies, he will be freed. Whoever studies the story of Lord Vishnu, saving Bhagavan Shiva and also other devatas from the tyranny of this Vrukasura, much before he became active, dynamic. Clear? We'll see the thing, remaining 3-4 shlokas tomorrow. Then we enter into another story. देखो विष्णु पुराण दशमा स्कंद नारायण कमिंग एज ए कृष्ण. सो नारायण का ग्लोरी बताना है, इसलिए इन दीज 2-3 chapters continuously भगवान नारायण महिमा alone is proved in this story through the Shiva Upakhyanam we have seen. Now the next story may be Bhrigu Rishi goes to check which god is great out among Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. There also Vishnu will be proved to be greater god. This is Vishnu Purana, that's why. So become Vishnu Bhakta and get liberated. If you study the Shiva Puranas, Shiva Bhagavan will be proved as great. So which Bhagavan is great is not important. What is important is whichever the Bhagavan we have selected, are we with full faith and single pointedness and surrender worshipping him or not? That gives us a result. So all that beautiful things we will see. And in this next chapter, we can see Bhagavan Krishna and Arjuna going to that Vaikuntha Loka and that Divyata of that Loka. Oh, so beautiful it is. We will enjoy that 88th or 89th chapter. Then one more 90th. Our Bhagavatam is over. तो 1216 दिन या 20 दिन जितने भी लगे. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. बोल श्री दुर्गा माता की जय. ओम भूर्भुवस्व स्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य प्राणाय पानाय ब्रह्मणे मध्य. ओम नीलमेघ श्याम कृष्ण नित्य जगन्मोहन कृष्ण बाल गोपाल कृष्ण भव्य मंगलम वेणुगानलोल कृष्ण वेदांत वेद्य कृष्ण नवनीत चोर कृष्ण नित्य मंगलम भक्त जनाधार कृष्ण परम दयावार्ध मुक्ति संधाय गीतामृतदात परम पार्थ साधनोम तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकं नीम नारायण भगवास व्यासाय योगींद्र. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्र की, श्री वेदव्यास सुखदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की. बोलो भाई सब संतर की जय. सतगुरुनाथ महाराज की. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गो. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक गण की जय. श्री दुर्गा माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की वैदिक संस्कृति की जय. भारत माता की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीवन की जय. थैंक यू. We all have always the adhyatmika vrittis in our mind that alone saves us. May we realize it soon and come out of all sorry, childishness, immaturity, or devilishness of continuing to be a भौतिकवादी और मेटेरियलिस्ट. सब बच्चा लोगों का है, दुष्ट लोगों का है, जिनके मन में भौतिकवाद रहता है. A matured person understands the losses because of भौतिकवाद to himself and the world, and consciously, deliberately starts to become spiritual and remains as spiritual. May we all mature like that. Mm. Mm. Mm.